Hi everyone, today's a little bit of a different color Wednesday and I'm going to be answering some questions instead of, hi Manny, Manny's coming in to say hello apparently. I'm answering some questions and these are my top 6 questions that I receive on YouTube and at my blog, and a few have to do with Copic coloring, so I thought it would be okay to include this on today's Color Wednesday. So I have my little list here and I'm just gonna go through. Top question that I've received over the years, and I still receive it to this day, is where can I buy the supplies that you use? And I've tried to make it super easy for you guys to find a list of supplies. At my blog, there's supplies always listed at the very bottom of the blog post. And at YouTube, if you hit the show more button, kind of like down near the, below the video, it'll expand out and you'll see a full list of supplies. Older videos only have the list of supplies, but now I'm including links to online stores where you can find those supplies. And above all, if you're looking for something, most likely SimonsStamp.com will have it, and they do ship internationally to other countries outside of the United States. So if you're in Canada or Europe or Asia or just anywhere, you'll be able to find those supplies at Simon and they will ship them to you. So anything I use most of the time can be found at Simon. The second top most question that I receive, and even more recently since I moved, is will you do a craft room tour? I'm planning to do one, but it won't be for quite some time. I have lots that I want to do to my craft room before it's kind of show ready, before it's ready to show you guys. So I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon, but I am going to do it. I'm not even gonna give myself a due date because then I'll just stress out. So hopefully soon, but I still have lots to do. The number one question I get regarding Copic markers is, which Copic colors should I buy first? I really think it's completely up to you. You have to consider what type of images you're going to be coloring. If you like to color people like I do, you're gonna wanna look for skin tones and hair colors and maybe some other colors thrown in so you can color their clothing. But for the most part, it's completely up to you. If you want somewhere to start, I would suggest the blending kits or the blending sets over at SimonsStamp.com. They've talked with Copic artists and people who use Copics, and they've selected specific colors. Like if you're looking for reds, there's a red blending kit, and there are 6 colors, I believe, in that blending kit, and all of those colors blend well together. It takes out some of the mystery on which colors blend well when you buy it that way. Another question I get a lot, especially when I do digital images in my Color Wednesday videos, is how do I print those images so that I can color them? Now, you're not gonna be able to do this with watercolor because your ink's going to run and smear and whatever. But if you're doing it for Copics, it really depends on what printer you have and what ink you're using. I have an old Epson Artisan 710 printer with Claria inks, and those seem to work really well for me. I can put the really thick cardstock through that printer and it handles it really well. But I've heard of other people who have problems with their Epson printers. So the one tip I have for you is that if you print something out on your printer and it's not holding up and it's smearing or smudging with your Copic markers, try heat setting it before you start coloring it, or allow it to dry for even up to a couple days. It'll really allow that ink to settle into the paper and it won't smear and smudge on you. I've heard that that usually works if nothing else does. Another question I get a lot is, I'm new to card making, what should I buy first? I don't have an exact answer for this, but I did do a Card Making 101 series on my blog. Head on over to my blog, I'll have a link right up here in the corner to go to the beginning of that series, and it talks about tools and supplies that I suggest. So I would start there, and then anything beyond that is completely up to you. It's to what you think is cute, what you want to work with. It's hard for me to answer that question sometimes because my taste isn't going to be the same as what you love. The last and final question for this video that I get asked quite a bit is, do you sell your cards? And the answer is no, I do not sell my cards. I used to, years ago, sell them on Etsy, but for various reasons I stopped doing that. The main reason why I stopped selling my cards is that I found more joy in giving them to family and friends than I did in selling them. And I make a high volume of cards with all the videos I do, So sometimes I have a bunch of cards, and so I'll put them in a set and wrap a ribbon around them, maybe 5 or 6 cards all together, and then give that as a whole gift to someone instead of just a card that I've written inside of. So that is my quick question and answer video. Not so quick probably, but I just wanted to share those answers with you because those are questions that keep popping up, and I want to make sure that you guys are receiving the answers. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on Friday.